That is the Tigers of Grambling on 1st and 10. And a new running back is Bobby Baker, sophomore from Oakland, California, from Granada High in Oakland.
Granada, huh?
That's his 4th carry of the year.
Grambling certainly continues in the line of historical values of having large men on their team. Eddie finds the largest.
Tough running right there by number 35.
On the carry, Ron Dyson.
Is Dyson, wing back out of Gretna, Louisiana, team's leading receiver. A lot of people comparing him to Sammy White.
Well, he's a good one if they've compared him to Dudu. Sammy, an outstanding wing back in that long tradition of wing backs coming out of Grambling, outstanding wide receiver, formerly with the Minnesota Vikings.
That's the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter here in Tallahassee at Heritage Bowl 2, 7-6. And we'll be back.
Hey. And Cuba Gooding Jr. and Bob Guillaume and Smokey. Ooh, baby, baby.
Today's game being brought to you by Alamo Rent-A-Car, where all the miles are free. Florida A&M marching band, they'll perform at halftime as we start the second quarter. It'll be a 3rd down and 1 facing the Tigers of Grambling, leading by a point in this game, 7-6. Full house backfield. Gann has the ball, has the first down, knocks down the umpire, and gets the first down across the 25 to the 26-yard line.
It's like a bowling pin, man. He got them all. Good spare. Again, outstanding runner for Grambling State University. Get a chance to watch him again. 256 pounds. He's got quickness as well as speed. And no question about his strength.
Ball is fired on the 26-yard line.
First down. Keeping it on the ground. Next to Butcher. Upended.
That's the 3rd time Butcher's been upended. Looked like he's trying to jump right at the last moment to avert a would-be tackler.
Gain 5 on the play, though. It'll be 2nd down and 5. Butcher out of Jonesville, Louisiana.
Let's see if we can detect what he's doing. There you go. He's jumping. It's the 3rd time he's been
Riley
upended.
wouldn't let him go.
Here it
on
is.
The inside move, Dyson on the wing back inside handoff, reverse, and Dyson has a first down out across the 40 to about the 43-yard line. Let's look at what happened in the first quarter of this particular ball game. As far as statistics are concerned, between these two squads, pretty even. Grambling has the edge in rushing yards, FAMU the edge in passing yards, but the time of possession not a big disparity as it was in the first game so far.
Again,
straight ahead for a couple. And we mentioned the fact that when these two teams played back in November here in Tallahassee, Florida A&M was ranked #1 in the Sheridan Bowl. And of course, the win by Grambling knocked them out of the top spot. Now Ken Riley would like to do nothing better than knock Grambling off. Grambling, of course, as you look at Ken Riley in his 7th season, former Cincinnati Bengal, former quarterback here at Florida A&M, who said he's never beaten Eddie Robinson, either as a player or as a coach. He lost to him twice as a coach, once as a player.
I can make that same claim, Charlie.
A lot of people can. Incomplete. Ken Riley making sure that Robert Whiting knows he's there.
Yes. Get a lot of pressure from up front. A blitz, all-out blitz by the Rattlers. Tries to set up. Whoops. I got to scramble for my life. Fine arm. While backpedaling, still airs it out about 40 yards. Over the intended receiver's hand, number 6, Robert Whiting.
3rd down. Here's Whiting going far to the left side. Ron Dyson will be to the bottom of your screen. Back to pass, Perkins throws it down the middle, has it complete for first down.
Whiting.
And Whiting has it. First and 10.
His mechanics, Charlie, are excellent. I mean, even with dropping back off his right foot, he still airs it out. Get a chance to watch him again. Let's watch his mechanics. Good backpedaling here, sets up. Over the head spiral, I mean, it's zinging through the air. Knocked the portions of the 6 off of Whiting's shoulder. Fine throw, fine catch combination. First and 10, back to live action.
Here's Dexter Butcher. Boy, I'll tell you, he pops through there quick, doesn't he? First down.
Yes, he does.
That was 12, 13-yard run on a quick hitter.
Tigers pick up a first down on the play. Ball is spotted at the 25-yard line.
Plunge play, power play right up the middle. Here he is.
Gets away from the linebacker. That's Connor. Picks up the first down before he's finally being stopped.
12 yards on the carry.
It'll be first and 10. There's the stats for Dexter Butcher. Here's make that Gant hit in the backfield. And not much running room as Darrell Smith, the senior out of Plant City, Florida, made the stop.
Defense should be played this way. Watch the penetration. Here he is, up. The guard could not get to him to destroy the would-be force man. As a result,
loss of 3.
Minus 3 yards.
Darrell Smith, the strong safety, really read it, and he came in. So to bring up a 2nd and 13.
Second, 13 to the 28-yard line.
Of course, Bruce Daniels is out of the lineup, and the linebacker.
Blitz again.
And they get him.
Smitty again.
And Darrell Smith comes off the safety blitz. And they lose about 8 more yards. Bring up a 3rd down. 3rd about 20.
Frees up from the right side, comes in. Whoa. Big sack here by Darrell Smith from his strong safety position. Escapes virtually untouched. Not enough man power in the backfield to block for him. As a result, 8-yard loss. Bring up 3rd down and 20. Florida A&M's 40-yard line. Play action. Heat. He's got heat.
Gets away from one man. Has some room on the far side. Throws.
Whoa. What a reception.
And it's caught at the 10-yard line by the tight end, Ron Simmons. His 2nd catch of the day, only his 3rd of the year. And what a way Alex Perkins scrambled out of trouble.
Charlie, again, I talked about the aerial arm of this young man, Al Perkins. Get a chance to view it yourself. While he's scrambling, he throws on a dead run and hits a pretty well-covered receiver. Here he goes, he's scrambling again, looking downfield for somebody open, over the head spiral, and it's zinging, Charlie. Boom. 26 yards on the reception.
And they're back to live action here. They keep it on the ground on Butcher, who picks up a yard. It's 1st and goal, and it's 2nd down and goal at the 9-yard line. But what a play. It was a 4th and 20, a 3rd and 20 play, rather, Lim.
He picks up 26.
And he picks up 26.
Here it is again.
On a scramble, not on just a regular play, on a scramble.
Here it is. Look at the ball zinging through the air. Woo.
And Ron Simmons with his 2nd reception of the day. 2nd down and goal at the 9. Back to pass is Perkins, rolling right. Has run. He's going to take it in. Touchdown, Grambling. Perkins, only his 2nd touchdown run of the season. He takes it in from 9 yards out.
Alex Perkins, 6'5", 191.
Call this series the Al Perkins series. Rolls out, semi-roll out to his right, looking for an open receiver. No one has the presence of mind to take it in himself from 9 yards out for the score.
In the 2nd quarter, Landau for the point after, and it is good.
And it's good.
14-6 is our score. 9:30 remaining in the quarter. We'll be back.
I just met a man. Is he the one for me?
When you need to know, call the Tire Line.
I have a chance to change jobs. Should I do it?
When you have to make a choice, call the Tire Line.
I have a problem.
Can you help? If you're confused, uncertain, or afraid, call the Tarot line.
I can find the answers you need in the tarot. Good news about...
And here's Frankie Wilkins running with it. Wilkins out across the 10 to about the 12, a gain of 7.
Florida, Madison County High School. Wilkins taking it out to the 12-yard line.
Wilkins came into the game with 272 yards rushing.
Rattlers with the second down and 3 yards to go.
Redshirt freshman. He's the lone setback behind Rucker. Still the quarterback. Little movement up front. Now let's see who moved first. The defense may have forced the offense to move, but they didn't make contact, so it may be illegal procedure on the offense. Sam Jordan, our referee, he'll sort it all out. And it's against Florida A&M. Of course, Florida A&M, penalty-wise, this year was the least penalized team in the MEAC.
That's good team discipline, and that's
right guard.
That's taught to him by Coach Riley.
And the game for the Rattlers,
Needless penalties can kill any drive.
So to bring up a second down and 8.
Let alone take the hair out of a coach's head.
No question. 2 setbacks behind the quarterback. He's working out on the shotgun. Bland goes in motion. Standing at his own goal line. Lets it fly. Has it complete for a first down. Out to the 35-yard line. And it is complete. To Fan, the tight end, the senior out of Jacksonville, Florida, his 22nd reception of the year, a first-team All-MEAC selection, and we may have a personal foul against Grambling. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike.
Get a chance to watch him again. Rutger, a 28-yard throw and catch combination to his tight end. Here he is.
Good form, wasn't it?
Excellent fundamentals there. As the tight end broke right off the linebacker's drop. Fine throw and catch combination for 26 yards and 15 yards tacked on.
The Tigers, 15 yards.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Near midfield.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line. Eddie Robinson looking on. Those are the type of penalties he doesn't like to see.
What is it?
73 years of age, 50 years on the sideline. That's a lot of football games.
Been wanting to coach ever since he was in 3rd grade.
Yep. Wide open. Oh, incomplete. On the far sideline. And Thurman was the intended receiver over there. Covering was Nail. Winning his coach in history of college football. We saw him break Bear Bryant's record in Dallas at the Cotton Bowl against Prairie View.
Yes.
I asked him, is he going to go for 400 now? He could do that in 2 more years if he has the kind of year he had this year. He said, nah, I'm going to stay around as long as it's fun, and I'm still having fun. He said, the young coaches may run me out of here because they got these smart minds, but he says, I plan to be around for
Nobody has the mind of Coach Rob.
We figured Kid Riley, if he goes 11-0 for the next 30 years.
He can catch you.
That's a cover sack. And Marks out of Covington, Georgia, senior at 6'5", comes up with the sack.
Looked like it was a screen, Charlie. So many defensive people in the backfield there.
Fontenot also there, number 90. But they did a good job defensively, not allowing the people to get into the pattern. That is Grambling. It'll bring up a 3rd down.
A crushing sack by that young man there, number 97, Keith Marks.
Rattlers at the 3rd down and 20 to go.
3rd and about 23. From the shotgun again. Lets it fly. May have been a little holding by number 52 downfield, defender Pryor. Cryer, he's still complaining. They're trying.
Cryer saying it's offensive interference. Good coverage, however, by the linebacker. Again, excellent drop by the linebacker. Not a lazy drop. Get a chance to watch it again. As we can see it, as the quarterback is viewing it, he releases. Good coverage. May have been a little inadvertent bumping prior to the ball getting there.
Barry Brown with his second punt today, and that's a good one. Bradford makes the reverse and has some running room down the sideline and bumped out of bounds in front of the Grambling bench. 43-yard punt for Barry Brown. He had a 61-yarder earlier this year.
Maybe have a clipping penalty, or did he get out of bounds? Get a chance to look at it again. Looked like it was going to be a reverse on the punt.
Faked it.
Fake there. Gets out to the left side. Finally gets
a good block.
Good block there. Gets behind the picket fence. 23-yard on the return.
And for Bradford, he's averaging 7 yards per return. 6th leading punt returner in the SWAC. Nothing doing that time.
Defense. 6-yard loss, 3-yard loss, 5-yard loss.
As
On the stop of the Rattlers, Urban
Collier made the stop on Ron Dyson. 7:10 remaining here in the
Tigers
second
lose
quarter.
5 yards on the play.
Score is 14-6.
Second and 15.
Casey just joined us.
35-yard
Grambling
loss.
at Florida A&M, doing battle in Heritage Bowl 2 here in Tallahassee. I'm Charlie Neal along with Lynn Barney here. And here's a play action pass, complete to Gant, the 40. Gant doesn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage. Maybe gained a yard or two on the play. And it'll still be 3rd down and about 12.
Fine coverage. Fine coverage there. Defensively on the left side. They fake the merry-go-round again and decides to throw the ball to Gant out in the left flat. There's a team of tacklers coming up, getting help from his friends. Outstanding job. 3rd down and about 12.
Minnesota Vikings, 7. In the backfield, and Butcher.
Blitz again, screen.
And they have it complete. Here's Butcher. Butcher working his way to the secondary. Carroll chasing him out of bounds. Finally runs him away. But not before he picks up very valuable yardage on a 1st down into Florida A&M territory at the 34-yard line of Florida A&M.
Fine runner is this young kid. Gets the ball well. Here it is. Quick feet, sugar in his shoes. Watch, boom. Accelerates there, and he's off to the races.
26 yards on that run by Dexter Butcher, who's had a 71-yard run already this season.
All right.
There he is. 848 yards coming in. Here's Dyson working left side from the wing back spot on an inside handoff. And he's down to the 30, make it the 29-yard line of Florida A&M.
Grambling Tigers on the prowl once again. 2nd down, we'll call it 6.
Dyson on the carry.
From the 29-yard line of the Rattlers to Florida
Pick
A&M.
up 5 yards on the play.
Rattlers defense needs to come up with a turnover here.
Florida A&M lost to Grambling a year ago by 3.
Good chance.
Gant trying to get close to that 1st down marker. Gain of a couple. Down to about the 27. They'll have to get to the 23 for 1st down. It'll be 3rd and 4. And this year they beat Florida A&M 27-10. He'll assist Lou Holtz in the Hula Bowl in Hawaii. January 16th. Here's the pitch to Gant. Gant turns the corner. 1st down.
Same play, same result.
Down to the 22. He had to get to the 23. And he picks up the necessary yards +1.
Came back with the same play. Tossed to Gant.
Tigers pick up the 1st down on the play.
This time.
Ball spotted at the Rattler 21-yard line.
Dexter Butcher stayed on side and got a block that enabled Gant to pick up the necessary yardage.
Here's Butcher, and he's hit right at the line of scrimmage. Number 79 on the stop, Marcus Lumpkin, the nose tackle.
80-page publication.
Help from number 45, Earl Holmes, from his linebacker position.
Maybe a half a yard gain on the play. Stay with us at halftime. Grambling State University Marching Band is with us, as is
the famed,
the Florida A&M Band.
The famed.
Second down. That's the pass perfect. And the pressure. Being chased. Throws as he is being sacked. But gets the ball away before he is sacked by Earl Holmes.
Number 45, Earl Holmes.
We'll be back.
Your credit card ready when calling. That's 1-800-423-4300. Call now.
Temperature here in Tallahassee. All you people out in Alaska.
I'm a little cold.
72 degrees, partly cloudy skies, and the winds at about 15 to 20 miles an hour.
Unloosen my tie here.
3rd and 9.
Oh, hello. The fumble.
He fumbled it twice, and they still couldn't get to him, and he still gets it away.
That should be grounding there.
Well, no call.
Strong kid again.
4th down.
He couldn't quite grab the handle on that pigskin several times as he tried to pick it up. Wasn't watching it. Tried to pick it up again. Finally got the handle. Scrambles out and airs it out. I thought it was intentional grounding. There it is. Still doesn't have it. Picks it up again.
Nobody.
Watch the strength. Watch the strength.
Nobody within
50 yards.
That's right. Landau for the field goal.
Count it.
It's up, and it is good. This one from 37 yards out.
The first half. Grambling State University 17, Florida A&M 6.
Nighttime cellulite cream absolutely free. Call 1-800-634-5700 now.
10 play, 35 yards, 4:41 off the clock, and Landau with the 37-yard field goal to make it a 17-6 ball game.
4 minutes, 41 seconds again. The last possession he had, he ate up 6 minutes on a 90-yard drive that culminated in a touchdown, 9-yard scamper by the quarterback, Perkins. 1st down and 10 for the Rattlers at their own 20-yard line.
They're on the board on 2 field goals by Cameron, 42 and 43 yards. This is their 5th possession of the day. Out of the shotgun, Rucker stands in there, has time, throws wide open, complete for 1st down, and stepping out of bounds is number 84.
Picking up the 1st down for the Rattlers.
That's the big fella that you like. Bland.
Yes, sir.
Anthony Bland.
Rattlers pick up 28 yards on the play, bringing it out near midfield.
2:43 remaining. 1st half. Celistan, closest man
Fell
to it.
down after falling down.
Shotgun again. Here goes Rucker going to work. Throws it incomplete over the head of the intended receiver who was coming out of the backfield. And that was number 28.
Brings up a 2nd down and 10 for the Rattlers.
Shamil Simpkins. Shamil Simpkins. Here's the previous completion to Bland. Good throw catch combination here. Defensive back slipped down.
2nd down. Throws in the middle, complete. And it's Thurman. 1st and 10.
They're in a hurry-up offense right now.
At the 27-yard line. 1st and 10. 2 long passes. Thurman on 1 reception, Bland on the other.
They're running their sugar drill, the hurry-up offense. 2-minute drill.
2:34 remaining in the half. Illegal motion
against A&M.
Kwame Kilpatrick, the right tackle, moved too soon. Number 70.
As well as the wide receiver who was in motion, 19. Tyrone, if I can change my mind, Davis. Here's the last completion. Outstanding strike. Here it is. Watch this forward motion. Boom, a bullet. Great coverage as well.
Offense, 1st down.
Fine concentration there by the receiver.
So rather than a 1st down and about 5, they're going to have a 1st and 15. first and 10 rather. It's going to be a first and 15. Here's the penalties in the game. Handoff. And a gain of 5 for Simpkins. Gain of about 3, 2nd and 7.
Simpkins picking up 8 yards on the play.
Or make that 8 yards rather.
Rattlers with the 2nd down and 7 to go.
Out of the shotgun again. Rucker in
Bad
trouble.
decision.
Stood in there a little too long.
Bad decision.
But that's a cover sack downfield. Grambling came in with 26 sacks this year.
Timeout now called by Rutgers at Florida A&M.
A minute and 22 remaining in the first half. Rucker will come over to the sideline. He'll be facing a 3rd down when we come back.
Light cream absolutely free. Call 1-800-634-5700 now.
Speaking of saying hello to some people, Herman Arvey and Gregory Sam want me to say hello to their parents down in Opelousas, Louisiana. They were high school teammates at Opelousas High. They played left tackle and left guard offensively for the Tigers of Grambling.
I'm going to say hello to Athlon, a co-worker of mine at Michigan. Told me to make sure I said hello to him. Hello, Athlon. No touch. No touch at all on the ball.
Well, it was supposed to have been a screen, and maybe it's a good thing it wasn't complete because Wally Williams, the center, was about 7 yards, 8 yards downfield. That'll bring up a 4th down situation. It's going to go for it.
While we're talking about coaches, Charlie, you can help me with it. There are 2 coaches that are near and dear to us, but there's been a lot of coaching changes this year. The gunslinger now has left Southern and
gone to Norfolk State, Archie Cooley.
And Coach Lattimore, my defensive back coach
down
at
to
Jackson
Virginia
State.
Union.
Yes, down to Virginia Union. We'd like to say congratulations to all the 2 coaches.
Kwame Kilpatrick moved once again, the right tackle. See, the defense is
Dead ball. Ball stop.
See number 70?
Yeah.
Right tackle.
Defense didn't draw him offside then. That was just a mental error.
4th and 15 now.
Kwame Kilpatrick.
A minute and 17 remaining. Big 4th down play. They're trying to keep this alive, at least get some points before halftime. They're down 17-6.
Rattlers with the 4th down and 14 to go.
Pete Richardson also goes to Southern from Winston-Salem. Correct. And Bill Davis is supposed to be going to Tennessee State from Savannah. Rucker throws. Great catch. Is it complete or not? No, he lost it as he was going out of bounds. As he was coming down, he lost it. And the coaching staff is all down there on the officials.
I thought it was a reception, Charlie. I thought he came down with 1 foot in bound. At least we get a chance to see it again.
Sean Obrey was the defender, number 8 there.
The official was very indecisive in making the call. Get a chance to watch it again. Good touch here by Rutger. Here it is. Good verticality. He comes down with the ball, and finally the ground knocks the ball loose.
That's a completion.
Yes, it is.
That's a horrible call.
I beg to differ with the official there. I'm sorry, Eric. I'm getting excited here again. Excited. Great reception. The receiver, we still don't know who it was, Charlie, is still laid out on the ground there. He's still earthed.
A timeout on the field. A minute and 9 remaining. Grambling turns it over. They get it back on downs. We'll be back. Thurman was the intended receiver, shaken up a little bit, and of course he is back and ready and up and walking under his own power.
I know his mother's breathing a sigh of relief now. But again, that was an outstanding catch combination. The ground is not supposed to cause a fumble. Again, the official was a bit hesitant in his decision call.
Here's Gant. Running and picking his spots, and the flag goes down, maybe holding.
Or face mask.
On the carry, Gant. Defending on the play for the Rattlers, Dion Connor. Flag on the play.
Sam Jordan.
Illegal use of hands. Offense.
That's against Grambling. Illegal use of hands. 1 minute and 1 second remaining. As you look at Gant.
Takes a few dollars away from Gant then on that on that run.
Here's his stats today. 84 yards on 12 carries.
He's nearing that 125 mark that he needed.
That's 7 yards a carry.
That's right.
He's rolling.
And 84 more
Illegal
dollars.
use of hands. Offense. First down. First down.
And 84 more dollars.
That's right. 6.2 is what he's averaging coming in. Let's watch this catch again.
Good verticality there by James Thurman. Goes up
Still
high.
has the ball.
Both feet went bound, and when he hit the...
You know what they may be saying is that he never had control coming down. I don't know. It looked good from that angle. Anyway, here's Dyson trying to go left.
Ronnie Dyson.
Dyson on the carry.
Never heard of the original Ronnie Dyson. It's a young fella, huh?
Yes.
36 seconds remaining in the first half, and Florida A&M calls a timeout.
If you let me make love to you, then why can't I touch it?
There's Dyson's stats this year: 445 yards on 63 carries and 6 touchdowns, and that equals out to about 7.1 yards per carry. And on the inside play, here's Dyson again. He's into the secondary. There's the first down. Just shy of midfield at the 48-yard line with 24 seconds to go. And we mentioned the fact that the SWAC and the MEAC met 6 times during the regular season. The SWAC won 3, lost 3. Southern, Jackson State, and Grambling all came out winners. South Carolina State was 0-2 against SWAC opponents. FAMU was 1-1 against SWAC opponents, and Grambling was 1-1 against MEAC opponents. Southern 1-1 against MEAC opponents. Delaware State beat both of these schools. Beat Grambling 45-42.
Taking all the way up top.
Incomplete. A little
Excellent
too big.
coverage.
Riley and Carroll downfield with Lighting, and that's going to end the first half with the score 17-6. We'll be back with our halftime activities. The band.
Adults only. I'm waiting for your call.
Welcome back. We're at halftime. I'm Charlie Neal. We're at the Heritage Bowl 2 here in Tallahassee, Florida, where the score is 17-6. Grambling leading Florida A&M. Just quickly recap the scoring in the first half. Grambling got on the board first. Gant with a 35-yard run. It came on a 4th and 2 play, and that put Grambling on the board 7-0 with 12:38 remaining. And then finally, Florida A&M came back. Cameron hit a field goal, a 42-yarder, made it 7-3. He came back and hit another field goal, which covered 43 yards. That made it 7-6 at the end of 1 quarter. But then Perkins, with a 9-yard run, put Grambling ahead 14-6. And that came after a 25-yard pass to Simmons on a 3rd and 20 situation, set up that touchdown. Then Landau hit a 37-yard field goal. That came with 2:51 to go in the first half. And that's the way we stand at halftime with a score of 17-6. Of course, the Grambling Tigers looking for their 2nd win here in Tallahassee this season. Right now, down on the field, of course, the Grambling University Marching Band. They're under the direction of Curtis Willis. Let's go down to the field right now and watch the Grambling State University Marching Band.
Back to the old school. Hip field is on fire.
cellulite cream absolutely free. Call 1-800-634-5700 now.
All the time tonight, when you heard me, you got to wear a little cover. Yes, I know about it. I just can't tell you. You don't have what I want. Some things are better left unsaid. Any questions? Party time. Jump around, and we're people. Take it up, flash, move down, get down.
Florida A&M marching 100. They'll be playing in the inaugural parade in Washington, D.C., January 20th. Second half coming up. 17-6, Grambling on top of Florida A&M. We'll be back.
Free, including the ones that run through a state that's named after sunshine.
Heritage Bowl 2 here in Tallahassee. Grambling Tigers leading at 17-6. Let's check out some first half highlights, Lem.
Well, again, as you mentioned, 17-6 Grambling. Here's the first score of the game. Heritage Bowl 2, number 49 doing what he does best, breaking tacklers and amassing a great deal of yards. As you mentioned, he needs 125 yards to go and be the all-time leading rusher in Grambling State University history. That was 35 of them on that run. Get a chance to watch their second touchdown, which culminated on a 9-yard run by the outstanding quarterback, Al Perkins, as he goes into the end zone head first. Great quarterback, I tell you, just an outstanding arm. Here was one of two 40-yard field goals that was kicked perfectly by Tim Cameron. That was his first one, which was a 42-yarder, and his second one was a 43-yarder.
Just before halftime, huh?
Here is a play that was ruled incomplete. Rutgers, a fine over-the-head spiral. Intended receiver goes up. Thurman, James Thurman, good verticality again. And the official there ruled it not a good catch. Had a lot of controversy about it. Charlie mentioned Ken Riley, who very seldom is ruffled, was down inquiring as to why he called it incomplete. But again, they're the first half stats.
Let's look at them right now. You see the advantage going to Grambling.
Rushing yards.
290 to 151 overall. The passing yards, FAMU has an edge there, but they've had to pass. They have 20 more yards in that department. As far as time of possession, that's going to be very interesting. It's almost like game number one.
You're right.
When they had 22 minutes of possession to 8 for FAMU in the first half. This time it's 20 minutes to 9:51 for FAMU in the first half. The penalties, each team penalized 5 times. FAMU only 1 of 6 in third down conversions. Grambling 8 of 13. And of course Grambling turned the ball over 1 time, and that led to a field goal for Florida A&M. Gant, leading rusher in the game with 84 yards. Dyson has 34, while Florida A&M, Duffy 4 for 16, Connor 1 for 8. And on the receiving end, Simmons 2 catches, 42 yards. At tight end only had caught 1 coming into the game. Anderson has 1 catch for 28 yards. Bland 2 for 54 for FAMU. And Chuck Duffy out of the backfield 2 for 14. And the wind?
Slight wind. It's gusting now, man.
Well, 15 miles an hour. Still a nice day here in Tallahassee. 72 degrees. People in shirt sleeves, shorts. And Grambling will kick off to start the second half. That should have been Wilkins on the reception for Grambling rather than for Florida A&M rather than Connor. Connor's the linebacker.
Correct.
As you look at Gilad Landau getting ready to kick off to start the second half. Deep men for Florida A&M will be Chris White, number 20 on the far side. Tyrone Davis, number 19 on the near side.
Baby, can I change my mind?
17-6 to score. 30 minutes of football remaining here in Tallahassee. It'll be Tyrone Davis at the 11-yard line. Tyrone Davis has a wall. He could go. Still on his feet and knocked out of bounds in Grambling territory at the 43-yard line.
Fine return, Charlie, but again, a little impatience there on Tyrone's part. He had a convoy of blockers there. If he'd have just deployed just a little patient, I think he may have taken it all away.
45 yards on the return.
Let's get a chance to watch it again. Excellent. This is the way coaches draw it up on the blackboard.
Here in Bragg Stadium.
Here's Tyrone. See the convoy of blockers. All they had to do is just deploy just a little patience.
At the Grambling 43, where Florida A&M will go to work. First down and 10. Chuck Duffy on the carry, and Duffy inside the 40 to about the 38-yard line. So he's finally stopped by Kevin Reddix. As you look at Tony Rucker, who's been the man so far at quarterback, even though they started Tracy Weldon. It is second down, second and about 4. First and 10. Florida A&M.
Two fine plays offensively executed by A&M, the Rattlers, early going here in the third quarter. Duffy, second play here, picks up the first down yardage that was necessary.
He has 26 yards on 6 carries in this game. Timeout now. A little mix-up in the play, and the clock, the 25-second clock, was about to run out on Florida A&M, so they had to call a timeout rather than to be penalized. Rucker will come over to the sideline. Florida A&M started the season with a win over Georgia Southern, South Carolina State, before losing to the University of Miami, 38-0. We'll be back.
Call now.
First down and 10 at the 33-yard line of Grambling. Florida A&M working out of the shotgun. Throws complete on the far sideline.
Hoodwinked by
Not
number
much
6.
running room for Chuck Duffy as he's finally brought down by
Ron
number 33, Perry, the linebacker.
Hoodwinked him. 1 yard gain and a headache.
Perry with 4.640 speed and 236 out of Hirsch High in Wichita Falls, Texas. Led the team in tackles a year ago.
Here he is now. Good close. Bulldog tackle after a yard gain. Second down and 9.
Doubleheader beginning at 7:30 p.m. Rattlers take on the Monarchs of Old Dominion at 7:30.
Quick deep pitch. Here's a reverse. That did not go because Pryor was there, the man on the spot, Lionel, from Harvey, Louisiana's West Jefferson High.
The Tigers.
He was practicing spiking the ball yesterday.
I wonder why.
In case he
gets that lineman's ultimate dream.
He was practicing, he said, in case I got my hands on it, went to the end zone. A loss of 9 on that last play. Bring up a third down and about 20.
I'll tell you what, it was too fast to develop. It was developing way on the other side of the field.
Pryor read it perfectly. Nobody touched him, and he came in unmolested. From the shotgun on third down. Rucker throws deep, has a man out there, and is caught at the 5-yard line. First and goal. Bland on the reception. First and goal, Florida A&M.
I tell you, Tony has made some outstanding catches early going here in the first game.
Rucker and
throwing.
Pinpoint passing.
Yeah, he's got a nice touch here. He needs to work on the softer touch. Outstanding on the longer throws, as indicated on this play here. First down and goal for the Rattlers of Florida A&M on Grambling's 5-yard line.
Rucker, just a freshman, a redshirt young man, 6'5", 200. From Pinellas Park High in St. Petersburg, Florida. First and goal, Florida A&M. Duffy, the lone setback. Tyrone Davis goes in motion. Straight ahead, Duffy to about the 3. Cryer, along with Keith Jones, on the stop defensively for Grambling.
The Rattlers are shaking.
Cryer comes up limping.
Timeout, official.
Tony on the quarterback. Out wide.
Second down and goal. Quarterback keeps it. Gets close to the goal line, about an inch. Short.
You can tell he's a freshman.
Third down.
You can tell he's a freshman. A sophomore and up to a senior would have been took off and scrambled. Here he is, quite indecisive on what he wanted to do. He's not that fleet of foot either.
And Keith Jones made the stop. You see how close the ball is to the end zone. It is third down and goal.
1993.
Full house backfield.
MEAC, Rucker quarterback.
Look for Duffy to get it. He has it. He will not get into the end zone. He pitches it back, and they lose yards. More yards. Duffy was hit at about the 5-yard line. He pitched it back to the quarterback, Rucker. And Keith Marks made sure Rucker didn't go anywhere. Fourth and goal.
A bit of Alphonse and Gaston here. Good surge there defensively. playing defense the way it should be played on the other side of the line of scrimmage.
Perry made sure at first. There's Perry with the hit on Duffy, and then Keith Marks made sure. The field goal attempt, third one of the day by Tim Cameron. This one from 22 yards out, and it's 17-9.
9:48 to go in the third quarter.
Light cream absolutely free. Call 1-800-634-5700 now.
And the cheerleaders from Florida A&M, the Rattlers, we thank you. We try to be number one. As you see, Tim Cameron, who split the uprights 3 times today from 42, 43, and 22 yards out. And he's accounted for all the points of the Rattlers of Florida A&M, who came within inches of putting it in the end zone on this last drive. Cameron to kick it off. At the 3. And it's in the hands of Florida A&M. A flag goes down. Let's see what they call on this one. It was Arthur Hightower who goes into the end zone. There's a penalty flag down. Let's wait and see what that's all about.
It's got to be against Grambling.
And there are a couple of Grambling players injured on the field. Let's see what it's all about. Sam Jordan will let us know.
Offense, touchdown, go on the kickoff.
So Arthur Hightower, the sophomore from Fort Lauderdale's right high. Let's watch it.
Here it is again, Charlie. Here's the ball being advanced by Norman Bradford. He met a stone wall.
A 20-yard return by Hightower.
Artie Hightower, here it is again. Bradford the ball carrier. There's a collision there by number 30 for the Rattlers. Mike Mitchell causing havoc. Ball pops it loose. Hightower scoops it up and high steps it into the end zone.
Believe it or not, no time has gone off the clock. They have scored twice in the same second.
Get a chance to watch that devastating hit again. Here he is, number 30, scraping the side. Boom! Ball pops it loose. Braxton stayed down for quite a time. He was finally assisted off the field, somewhat under his own power. Two-pointer, no good.
They're going for the two-point conversion. So the score remains 17-15. They were going for the tie. We'll be back. That punt of Simpson's only covered 25 yards. 1st and 10, Florida A&M at their own 34. They keep the ball on the ground straight ahead. Maybe a yard or 2 on the carry. As again, Chuck Duffy has been the man of the workhorse. That was Wilkins that time on the carry. Frankie Wilkins, who is a freshman, redshirt freshman from Greenville, Florida, Madison County High. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. 7:18 remaining here in the third quarter. 17-15, Grambling on top of Florida A&M. Rucker working out of the shotgun. He has Wilkins beside him in the backfield. A lot of pro scouts on hand here today. And the linebacker, Cryer, was closer to receiving that pass than the intended receiver.
We got a dirty rag on the ground.
He just threw somebody out. Somebody just got ejected.
Looked like number 91 for Grambling is being...
They threw 2 players out. One from Grambling and
Jones.
one from Florida A&M.
Keith Jones from Grambling, number 91. Is it 71 from Florida A&M? Well, that comes in the personage of...
So it's not number 88, because he was downfield.
Timothy Green from Florida A&M.
He's their starting left guard and the starting defensive tackle. There's Keith Jones, number 91.
I think they were talking about what each other had for pregame meal.
He's from Columbus, Mississippi.
Offense, players ejected. Dead ball, first and 5. It's the defense, players ejected. Third down.
Tim Green, a senior out of Bainbridge, Georgia. So Columbus, Mississippi and Bainbridge, Georgia had a dispute. Civil War all over again.
Talked about who had the most people in their hometown. Huh?
Third down. Let's look at to see if we can see what went on that caused this after the pass.
There it is.
Watch on the right-hand side. Well, what's the name loses his helmet? That is Keith Jones, number 91, loses his helmet. Now let's see what happened after that. We don't know. I don't know what caused the ejection. Maybe Keith took exception to his helmet being knocked off his head. Third down.
Go ahead, beat him, Scott. You can beat him.
3rd and 8. Out of the shotgun again. Ball back in the air, almost intercepted by number 41. Defensively, Kevin Reddix, the senior from Gonzales, Louisiana's Ascension High. It'll bring up 4th down on a punting situation for the Rattlers of Florida A&M.
Tiger gets a mid up here, and the ball is deflected right there.
Number 90 got his hands on it, Eric Fontenot.
Should have been intercepted. Didn't WBIH.
Ronnie Dyson, one of the deep men. High snap. Brown gets off a good one. Down to Bradford. It's hit again. Boy, I'll tell you, he's going to ask to get off special teams after today. I don't want to return anymore. At the 31 is where Grambling will go to work.
Call 1-800-634-5700 now.
First down and 10. Grambling with the ball with 6:39 to go. And now the
football
Grambling
team is asking the band,
team is
their own band,
to stop. With us in the booth right now, Ken Free, Commissioner of the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference, and I'll tell you, you've got to be pleased with the crowd that's here for this Heritage Bowl today.
I'm real pleased, and someone asked me, what did I think? I said, we 5,000 more than we had last year, so we're making progress, but a lot of this is due to the fine job in a 2 months notice that FAMU did under the leadership of Dr. Fred Humphrey. And they've just done wonderful. I don't know of any school that I've been associated with as a commissioner could have done this type of job in a short period.
Well, also the commissioners had a vision and understood that maybe it was better to be here in Tallahassee than to be in Orlando in an empty 70,000 seat stadium.
Well, it sure does. You know, this is a cozy crowd, looks good, and you know, the other ingredients is having the BET during the game, and I'm sure the public, when they see this game, they're gonna want to be here next year.
And it's a good game as we go back on 3rd down. The pass is complete, and then a fumble. And they're going to say the ground caused the fumble. It was complete to the tight end, or I should say to Anderson. That's his first reception of the year, of the day, I should say.
And the year.
Of the year, yeah. His 23rd reception this season. And that's good for 30 yards and a first down.
Great concentration.
Midfield into Florida A&M territory at the 41-yard line. And of course, they say the ground did not cause that fumble.
Yet to come.
That's Dr. Humphreys of Florida A&M, was a straight A student in chemistry.
I'll tell you, he does a great job in recruiting not only athletes for the school, but students for the school.
No question about it. A tremendously great guy.
Ron Dyson out far to the right side on 2nd down. Back to pass. Swings it out to Butcher. Butcher run out of bounds on the far sideline at about the 18, 17-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Butcher on the carry. Being chased out by William
something
Carroll.
Special. This kid is something else, Charlie.
He can fly.
Fly, he can. I mean, you talk about speed kills. Speed helps to save your life as well. Watch this.
He sure does. There's his stats coming into the game.
First and 10 Tigers. Ball flight on the 17-yard line of the Rattlers. In the backfield.
Gann and Butcher on the backs behind the quarterback, who almost lined up behind the wrong man. Here's Gann. Gant running straight ahead, finally brought down by number 46, Lee Green, senior out of Tallahassee's Florida A&M High. Green, a second-team All-MEAC selection this year, but a gain of about 6, make it 4 yards. For Gant, that'll be second down and 6. 3:50 left here in the third quarter. A 2-point ball game, 17-15. Grambling leading Florida A&M. 18 yards will make him the single-season rushing leader here at Grambling. Dyson in motion.
Bumbo!
People moving prematurely.
As you mentioned, Charles, that's sort of hard to believe with all the great running backs that Grambling has had out throughout his history.
Walter Dean has the most yards in the season coming in, 1401. And he did that in 1990. Now, Gant holds the record for most yards gained in the sophomore year. That was last year when he had 1,111 yards. So the single season record is about to be broken if he keeps running like he's doing now. Illegal motion against Grambling, second down and 11.
Blitz by A&M.
Rolling left, Perkins, wide open, touchdown! Grambling State University. Ron Dyson went in motion from the wing back spot, went downfield and got into the end zone. And it's a touchdown.
Well, I'm further impressed with the arm of Al Perkins. Cool, calm, collected, great fundamentals, good tactician, and delivers the ball right on the spot to Ron Dyson for the score.
And in for the point after, Gillard Landau.
Watch him do the little voodoo goo-goo.
Yeah, he said it helps him concentrate. It's up and it's good. 24-15 to score. 3:23 remaining. Third quarter. .236 remaining. Third quarter, Charlie Neal and Lem Barney in Tallahassee. Heritage Bowl 2, and a 9-point lead for Grambling over the Rattlers of Florida A&M. FAMU with the ball right now with a third down and about 4 on their own 27-yard line. Rucker, the quarterback. There's the man in motion. It's Bland. Bland wide open in the middle of the field.
Intercepted.
This is going to be intercepted by Reddix. And Reddix is tackled by Thurman.
Ill-advised throw there.
And Reddix, whose brother Robert was a defensive back here back in 1987, comes up with the interception.
Remember him quite well, Charlie. Here it is operating out of the shotgun as he tries to execute another ball down the middle. Too much traffic in there defensively. Reddix comes up.
If he'd looked over to his right, Bland was wide open. He came up inside of the zone and he went downfield a little bit too big. That's the first turnover today for the Rattlers of Florida A&M. Grambling has 2. So Grambling gets the ball. First down and 10. And here's
the Rattler. Rumbling,
the Christian Okoye of Grambling.
That's right. 256 pounds.
They call Okoye the Nigerian nightmare. Well, Gant can be called the Lakeland nightmare from Lakeland, Florida.
Yes, he can. He needs 6 yards to become the single season rushing holder for Grambling State University.
Play action. And this is Bradford. Been hard on special teams. Refuses to go down from his wingback spot. Norman Bradford, sophomore out of Jonesboro, Louisiana. They talk about the guy from Lakeland, Lewis Williams, who's a linebacker for Florida A&M. They high school teammates with Eric Gant. So he knows what it's like to have to hit this guy all day long in practice.
Please report to the PA booth, press box.
Wide open, touchdown.
So wide open. 28-yard touchdown pass. Perkins to Dexter Butcher, his 4th touchdown reception of the year.
Alex Perkins, senior, Alexandria, Louisiana, Bolton High School.
I wonder how many times Eddie has scored off this formation. I know he beat us a lot with it at Jackson State. 50 years of coaching, deploying the same offensive formation, the wing T.
28 or 24.
Outstanding. As he does the German smirk. Get down with it.
What is so ironic about this, as we look at the PAT forthcoming, is that a number of these Grambling seniors, they have 8 seniors on offense, have legitimate shots at professional football. We'll be back. 1:27 remaining, 3rd quarter.
There'll never be another Mahalia. Be sure to order yours now.
Scoring drive was a 3-play 52-yarder set up by the interception by Reddix and Butcher on a 28-yard reception from Perkins in Heritage Bowl 2 in Tallahassee.
Rattlers with the 2nd and down and 9 to go.
And now again, Pryor on the stop and a 1st down. And that's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. When we return, Florida A&M will be facing a 1st down and 10. The ball at their own 46-yard line. 15 minutes of football left in Heritage Bowl 2. We'll be back.
Be sure to order yours now.
The Rattlers of Florida A&M, and of course a very important Alamo Heritage Bowl presented by Alamo Rent-A-Car, where the miles are free. As we start the 4th and final quarter, very important that historically black colleges and universities have a bowl that they can call their own.
Heritage Bowl is it.
And it's 1st down and 10 at the 46 for Florida A&M. Thurman in motion, again out of the shotgun. Here's Vidal into the secondary. Still on his feet.
Kwame.
And gets about 9 yards on the carry.
Reminiscence of
Dean Tony tried to swing him around, and he stayed on his feet. Number 11, he's slow getting up too.
Excellent balance here. Deployed by Kwame. Here it is.
Look at Tony, number 11.
He tries to sling it. Whoop.
Nope, slung himself.
Right.
2nd down. Make it 2. Gain of 8 for Vidal.
Second clock.
This was their last time out for Florida A&M. There are no more for them. Grambling has all of theirs remaining, and we'll be back.
To order now.
14 minutes, 14 seconds remaining. Looking at the 3rd quarter stats. FAMU with 77 yards, but a little better time of possession on the clock there
than the 1st half.
It certainly is. 2nd down. Vidal, nowhere to run that time.
Martha Reeves and the Vandellas.
As he was really hit by Andrew Linehart, the senior out of Jonesboro, Louisiana. Number 87, 2nd team all-conference. In fact, he played on 2 state championship teams while in high school at Jonesboro High down there in Jonesboro, Louisiana.
Andrew Lynn.
ALH.
Rattlers with the 3rd down and 5 to go.
Now it's a 3rd and 5 after a loss of about 3 on the play. They'll hurry up. It's going to be 3rd and 10. Take off and run. Gets a block. Gets out of bounds and gets the 1st down.
Picking up the 1st down for the Rattlers.
I said early on he wasn't too nimble-footed. He showed some nice agility there in averting a would-be tackler.
Going for it on 4th down. play?
Well, I mean, nothing.
I think he picked the wrong hole.
Yes, wrong play as well.
I think he bounced outside when maybe he should have went inside. So they turn it over on downs. The Rattlers of Florida A&M, this drive started at their own 18-yard line. They drive all the way to the 36-yard line of Grambling, and they have to give it up. So Grambling will get the ball back, first down and 10 at their own 36, and they lead it by 16 points, 31-15.
The Rattlers turn it over on downs. Second time today. Inclination. Oh, that's too much move.
Flag on the play.
11:48 remaining.
Set ball. Ball start. Offense.
Illegal motion is called against the Tigers. Grambling with the first and 15.
Alex Perkins, who's gone all the way today. That's the stats on him, 12 of 26. He hands off to Bradford, trying to go left.
Defense.
And the defense of the Rattlers of Florida A&M will not allow him to turn the corner, and they lose even more yards back inside the 30 to about the 28-yard line. Remember, they had already started at the 36. And then the penalty, now they're back to their 28. So they've lost about 8 yards in the last two plays. As you look at Tim Cameron, who's kicked 3 field goals today for the Rattlers of Florida A&M.
2 of 40.
43, 42, 22 yards. It is second down. Back to pass is Perkins.
Boom! Bang!
Look at Gant's struggle. It ain't that easy to bring that guy down.
Crash. Zap.
I had a chance to talk to your counterpart a moment ago. After this play, we'll talk a little more. It looks like they're going to punt it rather than going for it, but this could be a fake. You never know. This is only the second time they've punted today, if they should punt. That is Grambling. High snap. Get it off. Tyrone Davis, the deep man, feels it at the 12-yard line. Tries to cut upfield, and he's down at the 12 or 13. So that's where Grambling will go to work. First down and 10. Florida A&M rather. First down and 10 at their own 13-yard line. Let's talk about the Heritage Bowl's future.
Oh, I think it has a great future. And I'm certainly pleased with this effort, under the circumstances. Florida A&M, the host school, has got to be congratulated for a job well done.
Is there talk maybe about alternating between the SWAC and the MEAC now in the future, maybe hosting it?
No, not really. This was our option this year, and this game is going to be a big game as we envision. Then we are. I had to stop talking on that one, Charlie.
So did I. I'll tell you, I'm surprised that the quarterback got up. Rucker was really hit. I mean, not worry about who recovered the fumble. It's whether this young man gets up. Watch this hit. I mean, it looks like something in wrestling. You never even saw the man coming. He's looking. But he looked like he caught the brunt of it right in the shoulder pads. It looked worse than it felt.
Hey, you want me to take Lim Barney's place?
Why not? So Grambling gets the ball on a turnover. This is the second turnover today by Florida A&M.
Lim Barney would say, wow.
Yeah, certainly would. Here's Bradford trying to turn the corner. Bradford to the 5. Bradford touchdown. From 14 yards out, Bradford on the run. And for Bradford, only his 3rd rushing touchdown this year. So more points off the turnover. Grambling, 13 so far. And a possible 14. If this one is kicked through by Gil Landau. And it's good. And it's 38-15. A 23-point lead. And Grambling gets 14 of his 38 points off turnovers. We'll be back.
But we envision this game to be a big game one of these days.
Well, I'll tell you, you have to be pleased with the crowd that turned out today.
Yes, we are. Very pleased, and it just speaks well for the future.
Tyrone Davis on the return. Fumble! This reminds me of the play from the Alabama game last evening, as that one was stripped by Udain Toney from Tyrone Davis. And Toney picks it up and takes it back to the one. Thank you, Dr. Frank. Always a pleasure. Okay. Lim.
But I didn't have the headsets on, but here we go again. Outstanding job here on the kick cover team. Ball comes up into the hands of Grambling. Grambling advances back down to the
Looked like that Alabama-Miami play. The man came from behind, took the ball.
And advances
Think
back
these guys
down
don't watch TV?
Yes, they do. Yes,
At
they
the
do.
1 yard line, first and goal. Gant straight ahead.
Count it.
Nobody is signaling. They're saying that the ball is still at the 1 inch line. Gant came into the game trying to become the single season rushing leader at Grambling.
Big fella, 256 pounds.
Think you'll give it to him again?
Will they? No, they didn't.
And they tried to give it to a little man on the end around. Knights. And I don't believe he got very far. Larry Dykes. 3 turnovers by Florida A&M. 2 here in the fourth quarter.
Wing formation. Dykes comes around. Number 50 missed a block. Had number 50 gotten his block.
Gregory Sam,
Gregory Sam, yes. Dykes would have gotten it into the end zone.
Left guard. Here's Gant. He'll get it. Touchdown. So Gant, for his second touchdown of the day, his 18th of the season by way of rushing. It was a close ball game. It was 17-15 with 9:48 left in the third quarter. But then Grambling has exploded for 4 touchdowns since that time.
Unanswered points. Grambling just a powerful team. Again, crowned Black College champions for 1992. The legendary, wondrous Eddie Robinson.
Here's Gant. His brother, Ken, defensive back with the Dallas Cowboys, who may be beating the Redskins for the
championship.
NFC Championship. Of course, the Redskins advancing to the next round of the NFC playoffs with a win over the Vikings today, 24-7.
I wonder if his brother Ken is going to want that money back once he gets to the league next year.
Curtin will be on the track. Curtin is on the track.
There's a personal foul on the Grambling team, and they're going to penalize him on the point after. So this turns out to be a 33-yard extra point.
If you get a
oh yeah, this is his concentration thing. It's long enough, and it's good.
And it's good.
45-15. It was a 2-point ball game 15 minutes ago. Not anymore.
Be sure to order now.
Down by Perry again, and a flag goes flying.
Either holding or a personal foul here.
There's Perry. Wichita Falls, Texas, where he hails from. Not far from Nacona, Texas.
I know exactly where it is. Here's
Here
the
the
deflection.
Florida.
Right. Next to a service station. Next to a service station. Personal foul.
Face mask against Grambling. They're going to have a post-game battle of the bands, too, between Grambling and Florida A&M. I'll tell you, the weather has held up. Yeah, if it doesn't rain. Yesterday was just as gorgeous a day as you would ever want to see.
Excellent.
But today, not as pretty, but just as warm. A little cloudier.
Student body right.
Keeping the ball on the ground.
Kwame. Leg still turning.
Chanel Simpkins on the carry.
That was Simpkins.
Sophomore, Lakeland Catholic High School.
Number 28, Shamil, second back in the eye right now. Behind Reggie Glover.
His determination. Good balance.
Doesn't keep his legs, doesn't stop his feet from moving. Still driving.
Yes.
And it gets another first down at the 16-yard line. Well, Grambling has a new defensive coordinator this year, Dirk Winston.
Oh, Big Dirk, correct. Do I? Yes.
Fred Collins, the former defensive coordinator, enjoying fishing and hunting every morning.
Every day. Fred fishes every day that ends in Y. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. He and Lattimore could be co-partners in that fishing.
Grambling, of course, with 8 seniors on defense, a junior and 2 sophomores. This is a senior-laden team. Same thing, 8 starters, 8 seniors starting on offense, 8 starting on defense. So that's 16 people that are going to be missing from next year's squad. Way out of the end zone.
With the left, right, left, up.
Bland was down there. That's the closest man to it. There's also Tyrone Davis down there.
Trying to change some minds.
4:35 remaining. Clock stops on the incompletion.
Ball hit the left side of the goal post then. If that was where he was aiming, he hit his target.
Florida A&M was another thing they had to be proud of this year. They led the conference in attendance as far as all the teams are concerned, both at home and on the road, averaging 25,000 fans.
Fade pattern out of bounds.
He went out of bounds and came back in, so Bland wouldn't have been able to catch that at all. The best thing he could do is break it up. Keep that young man from coming up with a possible interception. That's Sherez Henderson. Sherez is a graduate. He's in grad school. Graduated or going to grad school. Had a major in geography. Has a degree in geography. He was a walk-on 4 years ago out of Shreveport Bird High. In fact, had to run the steps because of me the other day. Got caught talking on the sideline.
That'll teach him, huh?
And Eddie was having a meeting of the team, and he was a little slow getting there. Yeah, I asked him, I said, will it make you feel better if I run with you? He said, come on. I said, never mind. This one again complete to Simpkins.
Turned over on downs again, however.
And it's 4th down and
first down for Grambling. He turned it over.
That was a 4th down, yes. So that drive, believe it or not, started at their own 9. It dies at the 14-yard line of Grambling. They've had a couple like that. They had one that started at their own 18, died at the Grambling 36, started at their own 20, died at the Grambling 33, started at their own 24, and died at the Grambling 26. That's the 3rd time they've turned it over on downs. Grambling has scored the last 2 times it's had the ball and 4 of the last 5. They have a 1st and 10 right now. They're keeping the ball on the ground. Got some new blood in the lineup. Running the football.
Personal foul coming up against either 78 or 78 of Grambling. A big lineman sort of played a roller derby on one of the defensive backs. Get a chance to watch it again.
Dead ball. Personal foul. It's offense. And he's out.
They threw him out of the game.
Yes. Adrian Jennings.
Number 51?
No, 78.
No, 78.
If you well, he didn't let the play go, but he
I
got
saw,
up.
well, 51 just went out the ball game. Well, let's see. There's 78. There he goes.
Yeah.
He's only he weighs in at about 350.
Yeah. That's one leg on the scale too.
He's from Lakeland, Florida. He's out of Kathleen High. So big 78 junior. Hasn't seen much playing time and will not see any more today.
Not today.
He said, I didn't do anything. He's explaining it to Coach Melvin Lee. That's 3 players have been ejected today. 2 from Grambling.
Let's see if we can watch the rest of it. Here's
See,
78 now.
He's got
Here
a lot
he
of
is.
weight.
I know it, but watch this. Now watch this. Now he lays on the guy, then he gets up
Maybe
and walks.
but you need the 3 tack. You need the 3 tack. You know, the referee's got to hit the ground 3 times.
The pin him down. No, he did more than fall on him. You didn't watch the rest of the play. After he fell on him, he got up and like walked on him.
I wouldn't want him walking on me.
That's why he was ejected. He blocked him in the dirt, knocked him down, fell on him, then got up and walked over his face and talked about his ancestral trait. That's what ejected him.
So it's still a 1st down, 1st and 25. Under 4 minutes to go in this game. A lot of passing, which has caused this game to be a long one.
Yo, this is Dr. Dre.
I know it was good. Good as gold, baby. Out of town cheerleaders.
It is 1st down and 25 for the Grambling Tigers.
We look forward to seeing you here at Florida Civic Center. Fan basketball.
There's Frazier getting some action in the ball game. Number 26 on the carry for the Grambling Tigers. Darrell Smith, number 31, who's had a pretty good game for Florida A&M defensively. Team's leading tackler and the leader in the MEAC in tackles as strong safety. Although I always worry when you see a strong safety leading your team in tackles.
Yeah, it's tough. That means that 1st and 2nd line of defense is not doing what they should do.
Here's Frazier trying to make a turn around the left corner. 3rd down. It started out as a pretty good ball game.
Indeed.
In fact, it was a pretty good ball game up until late in the 3rd quarter.
More dirty laundry on the field. Looks like a dead ball foul.
Now another referee has just thrown another flag.
Looks like the refs are throwing them at each other. I don't know. First down for Grambling, whatever it is. It's going against the A&M Rattlers.
11,273.
What I don't understand is it's only 2 minutes left to go in the game. Keep the flag in your pocket.
It's not like it's a 5-point differential right now.
Unless there's something really, really flagrant.
Yeah. It's a 30-point differentiation there, and it's 2 minutes and 17 seconds remaining in the game.
We pick up the game later in the 4th quarter.
Illegal anticipation against the defense, 15 yards.
Must have had too many people on the field. We'll pick it up later in the fourth quarter.
For only $26.98. Be sure to order now.
It is second down. 8 yards to go for Grambling. It was illegal participation. 2:03 remaining. Pass is incomplete. That's
QB.
Tommy Dyer,
yes.
junior out of New Orleans Lawless High. In fact, his dad, Henry, was a former, you remember Henry Dyer? Played with the Rams, Skins, and the Bengals. That's his father.
Fullback.
Henry Dyer. That's his son out there. A lot of father-son combinations. In fact, Ernie Ladd's son is on this Grambling team.
Big Ladd. I've been with Ladd the last couple of years up in Kansas City. And,
in fact, Ernie is another relative that played in the league. I'm trying to think with his cousin or brother-in-law or something like that. I can't remember. Or nephew or something like that played in the NFL.
Alfonso Dotson also has a son that's playing with Tampa Bay right now.
With the hit for the Rattlers, Earl Balls.
Fourth down, 1:49 to go.
Passes intended for Tony Hall. Back deep for
been a whale of a season, though, for both of these squads. Of course, Florida A&M, the season didn't end the way they would like it to. They were a little disappointed after a pretty fine start. They finished 7-4. Grambling now finishes 10-2 with this win today. Would be the best finish that they've had since 1980. The punter never got it off. With 1:43 to go. So up until this point, this was Grambling's best year since 1985 when they went 9-3. But with a 10-2 finish, this will be their best finish since 1980.
Punter mishandled the snap from center. That's Brandon Simpson.
That would have been only his third punt of the day, too.
His first two weren't that good either.
No, they weren't. In fact, last year, if you remember, Grambling was 5-6. That was Rob's only second losing season for him since 1959.
The year you and I were born.
I wish. I wasn't thought about that.
1459. A great game for these guys to play in. It's a lot of memories that they'll collect from this game, Charlie, even though Florida A&M is losing this game by a whitewash of 30 points. But memories are treasures made from pleasures we have known. They've known a lot of good pleasures from this game.
Certainly have. And of course, this is the 13th time these two teams have met. Grambling now will take an 8-5 edge in that department. I'd like to thank everybody who gave up part of their New Year's Day to join us here in Tallahassee. All of our crew members, cameramen, tape operators, engineers, audio people.
Hello to the BET crew back in Washington, D.C. Jackie and Melina.
Intercepted.
Yes.
So 4 turnovers, and finally, Obrey gets an interception with 1:22 to go. He's been slinging people around all day.
Took a hard lick then, too, by his own teammate.
1:22 remaining, a 30-point ball game now.
That's the Golly Wobbler.
Yeah, Wynn
Golly,
got that
I hope the wobble gets there.
Well, see, he's throwing into the wind. That didn't help.
Looks like we may have a storm brewing here now.
Remember, we did a game in the Orange Bowl a couple years back, Florida A&M, and I think it was Southern.
It was Southern University.
And just at halftime, when the bands got ready to take the field, it was a torrential
downpour. Yeah.
As soon as the bands left, I mean, the teams came out to start the second half. Rain stopped.
Bad music. I'm only kidding now.
45 points for Grambling. Marks.
Taylor on the sideline. Suggestion, disgruntlement. what if we could have.
This marks the 6th time this year that Grambling has scored 40 or more points in a contest. And in fact, in their loss to Delaware State, they scored 42 points.
They can't get his record.
That's right. No, he didn't.
He didn't get his record.
Gant did not. He was 5 yards shy of the record for a single season. I don't know. They probably weren't keeping records on the sideline.
Their statistician didn't make the trip, obviously.
Grambling came into the game averaging 39 points a game. 15 seconds remaining in this one. This should be the last play of the ball game.
Unless it's a defensive penalty.
And you ask extra support.
And for Lem Barney, the entire BT Sports staff, Charlie Neal saying so long from Tallahassee. Eddie Robinson, win number 381. Headed for 400. 45-14, the Tigers defeat the Rattlers of Florida A&M in Heritage Bowl 2.
Coming up, MVP trophies, artists for both teams.
Heritage Bowl 2 is being sponsored by Alamo Rent-A-Car and brought to you by Starter. Look for the stars, and you'll find Starter.